Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Thursday. We've got 10 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop into here. A lighter slate today, starting with the Washington Nationals versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at minus 150. The Nationals plus 130 with the over-under at 8.5. Washington coming into this matchup 65 and 81. The Pirates 68 and 78. Pitching for the Nationals is Josiah Gray with an ERA of 4.13. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 4.23. Gray, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Keller, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 8 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Washington, back-to-back losses against the Pirates, losing 7-6 yesterday. They are just 1-4 on the road against Pittsburgh. Keller coming off that horrible 8-run game, but been pretty solid on the mound lately. Gave up 1 run in his prior 2 matchups, so last game was probably the worst of the season for sure. And I think I'm gonna have to lean with the Pirates at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Detroit Tigers. Detroit opening up as home favorites at minus 110. The Reds plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Reds coming into this matchup 76 and 71. Detroit 66 and 79. Pitching for the Reds is Derek Law with an ERA of 3.83. Pitching for Detroit is Reese Olson with an ERA of 4.50. Law, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 0 runs, had 0 strikeouts. He's only pitched twice this season, and he's only pitched 1 inning in both of those games, so not too much action for Law. Olson, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Reds on a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against Detroit, getting a nice underdog win yesterday against Detroit here. They are 4-1 on the road against Detroit, and definitely going to be a bullpen game for the Reds here, but I still like the Reds in this one, and I'll take Reds plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at minus 115. The Yankees plus 105 with the over-under at 9.5. Yankees coming into this matchup 73 and 72. The Red Sox also 73 and 72. Pitching for the Yankees is Michael King with an ERA of 2.82. Pitching for the Red Sox is Tanner Houck with an ERA of 5.28. King, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Houck, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. The Yankees, back-to-back wins against Boston. They've been an underdog this entire series, so they've been getting some nice underdog wins. Still an underdog, which is crazy. They've just been good in the series. Michael King been very good on the mound, only giving up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. Yeah, give me Yankees plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Miami opening up as road favorites at minus 115. The Brewers plus 105 with the over-under at 8. Marlins coming into this matchup 75 and 71. The Brewers 81 and 64. Pitching for the Marlins is Yuri Perez with an ERA of 2.90. Pitching for the Brewers is Adrian Hauser with an ERA of 4.58. Perez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Hauser, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Miami beating the Brewers yesterday 2-0 despite losing the 2 prior matchups. Brewers 10-2 at home, playing great home baseball. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up about 3 runs or so, and I think I'm going to take a shot with the Brewers plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Arizona plus 105 with the over-under at 7.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 76 and 71. The Mets 67 and 78. Pitching for Arizona is Merrill Kelly with an ERA of 3.27. Pitching for the Mets is Kadai Senga with an ERA of 3.07. Kelly, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Senga, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Arizona on a 2-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against the Mets here. Mets looking pretty good these last 2 games, back-to-back 7-run games. Arizona just 2-14 on the road against the Mets here. They've really struggled head-to-head and on the road against the Mets. And looking at a pretty even pitching matchup, but they've really just struggled in this series so far. And I think I'm going to take the Mets at home. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays opening up as home favorites at minus 150. The Rangers plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Rangers coming into this matchup 81 and 64. The Blue Jays 80 and 66. Pitching for the Rangers is Nathan Eovaldi with an ERA of 2.90. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 3.28. Eovaldi, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Gausman, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Yeah, Rangers winning 10-0 yesterday. 3 straight wins against Toronto here. They're on a 5-game winning streak. Rangers have looked very good this series, shutting them out yesterday. Still getting underdog value today, which is crazy. Going to take the Rangers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at minus 130. The Rays plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Rays coming into this matchup 90 and 57. The Orioles 91 and 54. Pitching for the Rays is Aaron Savale with an ERA of 2.96. Pitching for Baltimore is Kyle Bradish with an ERA of 3.03. Savale, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Bradish, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Tampa Bay coming off a Minnesota win. Baltimore coming off back-to-back St. Louis losses. Tampa Bay 10-5 on the road, pretty good road team here. Looking at a pretty even pitching matchup, I'd say. And I'm going to take a shot with the Rays plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Chicago White Sox. Twins opening up as road favorites at minus 180. The White Sox plus 160 with the over-under at 9.5. Twins coming into this matchup 76 and 70. The White Sox 56 and 90. Pitching for the Twins is Kenta Maeda with an ERA of 4.65. Pitching for the White Sox is Jose Urena with an ERA of 8.46. Maeda, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Urena, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Minnesota coming off a Tampa Bay loss. White Sox coming out back-to-back Royals losses. It didn't really look that good in that series. Not in love with the White Sox here, and I'm going to take the Twins on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Colorado Rockies. Giants opening up as road favorites at minus 230. The Rockets plus 200 with the over-under at 10.5. Giants coming into this matchup 75 and 71. The Rockies 53 and 92. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.54. Pitching for the Rockies is Chase Anderson with an ERA of 6.49. Webb, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Anderson, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Giants coming off a Cleveland win. Colorado coming off back-to-back Chicago or back-to-back Cubs wins there. Giants 5-0 against Colorado, 8-0 on the road against the Rockies here, where they've been pretty dominant. And yeah, I'm gonna take the Giants on the road here. Then the last matchup, we get the New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox for the doubleheader. So game 2 here. Boston opening up as home favorites at -110. The Yankees +105 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Yankees is Clark Schmidt with an ERA of 4.54. And then looks like it's undecided for the Red Sox. Usually that's how it always is. It's always undecided for game 2. So we'll see who ends up pitching for the Red Sox here. But Schmidt, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. And yeah, underdog and value both games. Rolling with the Yankees in game 1 and game 2 on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Thursday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Friday. Have a good one.